Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? And welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones on this cloudy Sunday afternoon. Listen, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. If you're new to the page, this is not Studio A, B, or C. This is my wife's car that's similar to my car. All right, so I just want to talk about the U.S. and Iran having a preliminary deal. I want to talk about, I'll touch on crypto for a minute and talk about the overall stock market and how we've really been winning regardless, right? We've been winning here at Stock Up and especially my money movers. So the U.S. and Iran have a preliminary deal, okay, on the table that could be signed. Okay, so they could be signing a preliminary deal, meaning it's not the whole deal, but at least we agree on this much. Follow. So we agree to stop bombing, or we agree to open up the Straits of Hormuz. Whatever the agreement is, it's a preliminary deal and not a peace agreement as of yet. Okay. So that's where we are the last I checked. By the time you see this, it could be something else happening, right? Anything could have happened, right? And so that would be positive for the market. But I'm going to tell you a lot of the upward pop in the stock market and or crypto, I believe has been priced in already. The market is forward looking, so the market is already priced in some of this ceasefire. As a matter of fact, at some point, I think we could have a pop and then a drop when the war is over. And that's what I see. I'm not the bearer of bad news, but so far I've been pretty consistent and pretty in tune with where this market is. I do a lot of study. And I'm not just pulling something, I'm not Bullwinkle pulling a rabbit out of my hat, right? But I do a lot of research so I could help you guys see what I'm doing. Remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. You're responsible for your own money. I don't manage anybody's money, and I definitely don't make you do anything. But all I know is I've been making a lot of money. And my money movers have been making a lot of money, and a lot of you have been making a lot of money here, right here on YouTube, following some of my advice to add to your advice before you study. See the way I frame that? Okay, I just kept buying the taco trade. TOCO. TACO. All right. You know what the taco trade stands for. It has profited us 100%. 100%. And instead of getting political or upset or saying, he's the worst, he's the best, we don't get into any of that in Money Moves. We don't. We look at what's going on and we see how we can make money. Well, every single time that there was a threat from the U.S. and the White House, every single time there was a pullback. That's what TACO stands for, really. His name, always chickens out, okay? I'm trying not to be flagged today. But I'm going to tell you that it has worked 100% of the time. 100%. So make money instead of complaining. What I see this week, if there's a deal that is actually cemented, even a preliminary ceasefire, that's going to be positive for the market. Once that is in, I'm going to warn you that I think that 80% of a total ceasefire war is over is already priced into the market, and to be careful. Okay. But if you've been buying with me, the stuff you've been buying, it will see another pop. But then I believe that it will be followed by a drop, a pullback. Okay. And I believe that it's going to be dicey this entire summer. That's what I think. And then I do believe that we could, not will, could have another upward swing by the end of the year. So be careful in your trading. That's just what I think. These are not facts. This is what Larry thinks and sees so far at this point. What you must do is not listen to anything that I say or any other influencers say and just take it and run with it and not come back and check for months. Don't do that, and don't react off of that. Do your own research. Things may change, and as you guys, I've been straightforward. I will let you know, just like I let you know when I started buying crypto again. Okay? Speaking of crypto, before we get to crypto, let's go and talk about SpaceX. SpaceX IPO'd. It is a $2 trillion company now. A $2 trillion company. Elon Musk, with all of his companies, right? His SpaceX, his Tesla, the other one, the satellite company, you guys know, Starlink. All of those put together makes him a trillionaire. And now there's over 4,200 millionaires that got minted on the day that SpaceX IPO'd. But here's what myself and my money movers saw in real time. If you pull up a chart, when you could actually buy SpaceX, Tesla started to fall at the very minute. I pointed that out to Josh on yesterday, and he was like, wow, you're right. The second that you can actually buy SpaceX, Tesla started to fall. And my traffic trader, available in Money Moves, printed a yellow light just before that happened, because it went from green to yellow, and then it flushed all the way down. So we made money. As a matter of fact, I made more money doing puts on Tesla than I would have made buying SpaceX. And so it's just the way it happened. It's just the way it worked out. And a lot of my money movers, if you're one of them, leave it in the comment section how much money you made if you caught the short, or if you caught the puts on on Tesla. Okay, you can come and join us. I'll talk about that at the end of this video. Now let's switch to crypto. I started buying Bitcoin, and I was looking at other coins, but just Bitcoin right now for me. I know some of the other ones look attractive. I am going to be buying some of the other ones at some point, but right now I'm just dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin daily even. And at some point between mid-October to the end of November, I'm going to 10x my daily buys on Bitcoin. And at that point, I will be buying other coins, which I will come here and let you guys know exactly what I'm going to be buying. Remember, third leg down and or mid-October to the end of November. I plan on having all of my purchasing done in this cycle in any crypto by the end of November. That's what Larry's plan is. I like to buy heavy early, and after that, all I'm going to do is swing trade and grab some more change from meme coins or altcoins. But as far as my Bitcoin purchases, I'm at the point where I'm not swing trading Bitcoin. I am purchasing and I am holding. That's what I'm doing with my crypto. How about you? Now, I will say this in closing as it pertains to a inspirational, while my phone is getting hot again. There we go. So let me say this. I'll say this. I dreamed about my dad all night long. All night long, I dreamed about my dad. And it was all good times. I was on some stage speaking. You know how these dreams get. And my dad was sitting in the audience smiling. And it was special to me because last night I watched the playoffs, and You guys know that through Pastor Charles Robinson, who was a brother to me, I got introduced to the great David Robinson. He and I actually spoke together a year ago on stage. And so it was difficult for me who I wanted to root for. I'm for the underdog. I'm always for the underdog. What was it, 52 years for New York? So the way we played it was I rooted for New York and my wife rooted for the Spurs. Okay, that's what we did. So I'm happy for New York. If you're a New Yorkan, congratulations. But watching the father and son, watching the son be emotional with his dad. Next week, a week from today, is Father's Day, and I dreamed about my father all night. I woke up missing my father so much, seeing him with that smile and just thinking about his journey. Again, next week will be Father's Day, and it was put on my heart to really talk to you guys about your fathers. We always love our mothers. All of the restaurants are full on Mother's Day. You can't get in anywhere. Can't get a barber appointment. Can't get your hair done. Booked out. On Father's Day, you can walk into any restaurant and just have a seat anywhere. Let's call it what it is, right? And then some of us bite when it comes to Father's Day gifts, okay? Brute by Fabergé or Fish Tie. Come on, guys. We got to do better. And just buying dad tools. Find out what dad likes. If it's his special coffee, then get him a credit card. Do something special for your fathers this Father's Day. There is a deep need for fathers to be appreciated. I'm talking to the sons and the daughters. Appreciate your father. And if you don't have a father, appreciate your father figure. Let me tell you, as someone that loved being out with their father, me and my father would go and have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He would call me, "Hey, I'm hungry." And I'll go, "Hey, what you want to eat, Dad?" What I wouldn't give for that call right now. And live your life with no regrets. I have no regrets with the time and the relationship I had with my father. I have no regrets. The only thing I regret is I didn't have more time. Do not live your life with regrets. Some of you haven't spoke to your dad. Your father did you wrong. Your father left your mother and you're upset. But your father has his own story. It's time for you to forgive and reach out to your dad. Call him and let him know that you love him and that you want to spend some time with him. That may be the gift that he's waiting for. Okay? And you may say, "Yeah, but he's the dad. He needs to reach out to me." But you're grown. Relationships have to be nurtured. And I'm challenging you to nurture your relationship with your father and to nurture your relationship with your father from on high, your father above, your creator. Nurture that relationship. A lot of us have not said thank you to the father above. We just, can I have? Can I have? We only pray when we want something. Just think about your kids only coming to you when they want something and never say thank you. So say thank you to your heavenly father and watch, don't he have another gift bag waiting for you that he's just waiting for you to have a conversation and spend some time with him and to simply say thank you and come to him not wanting anything, but to be thankful for the things he has already done for you. Okay? And in closing, guys, if you want to really learn how to make money, whether the market's going up or down, simply come join us in Money Moves. Give us 3 months. It will change your financial life. Love you guys. We will see you tomorrow. I'll be live trading in Money Moves. Live, love, laugh, and learn. Once you adapt the mindset that I'm going to plant, that means that you study, you come here to Money Moves, you plant your very small monthly fees here. That's planting. Then you water. How do you water? By practicing. And then this gives you a yield. It gives you a return. And that turn is massive. Who here has made over $1,000 in the last 30 days? Post it. Post what you think you've made. I'm not talking to you guys that are new and said I lost money, I'm over trading. We're gonna help you guys deal with that because it's all here. Who here took the time to plant, water, and receive a yield has made over $1,000? He said, I. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yep. 13K. 13K. Life-changing money. Do you make $10,000? 5K. $1,000. $4,000. 5K. This is what I'm talking about. Me, go, you go. Me, look at that. Me, I have over $1,000, $1,000, $3,000, $1,000, $2,000, $1,000, over 8K. You've made over 8K. And some people will look and go, oh, I don't have $48 a month, which is going up, y'all. I don't have $48 a month. When $48 a month is getting you over $1,000. Somebody made $21,000. Somebody made $30,000. But you will spend $109 on Netflix and some other stuff. This is what I mean, and I'm giving you guys master classes. Okay, 500. Well, let's take it. Yep. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.